Hi everyone, this is HM&S video number 34 and you are most welcome for it. Today we want to see how we can automatically insert a table of contents in our Word document. Now this is what you should never do. You've already written chapter 1 -- page number 3. This is Excel. Then you go -- page number 4. This is something that you should never do, but unfortunately some people are still creating table of contents in Word document manually like that one. You should do it automatically. And in this video, I'm going to show you all the techniques and tips you need to insert a professional table of content in your Word document. And most importantly, I'm going to tell you a rule of thumb concerning a table of content. Let's switch on to it and we get to know how we can automatically insert table of contents in our Word document. Now, before we even move further, I'm going to tell you the rule of thumb. The rule of thumb concerning table of contents says, if you have a document or a report that is 12 pages and above, you have to create a table of content in that document or report to make it easy to navigate through the report or the document. Now for you to insert a table of content, you need to go to the reference tab, and from the table of content group, you click on table of content and you have built-in table of contents here. We have automatic table 1, there is also automatic table 2 here. For our case, let's first choose automatic table 1. When I click, you can see Microsoft Word is giving us this information. Creating a table of contents starts by applying a heading style from the styles gallery to the selected text. That's actually what you need to do first before you start creating a table of content. Whether you click OK or you cancel it, that table of content will still be there, but with no table of contents entries found. Now I'm going to show you two ways you can remove your table of content. First of all, when you click on it, you have these two options. This one is for updating the table, and when you click on this one, you have these options where you can change a previously selected table. But when you come down here, there's remove table of contents. You can click on it to remove the table of content, or when you come to the table of contents group, then you come to table of contents, you click down here, there's also remove table of contents. When you click on it, you can see the table of content is gone. Let me first scroll up a bit. Now before you even start inserting your table of content, you need to first put whatever you want to be on the table of content in one of the styles. Now when you go to the Home tab, then you come to the Styles group, you have all these styles here. When you click on this drop down, there's even more styles that you can use. We need to first come to our document, then we first put everything we want to be on the table of content in one of those styles. This is like a cover page, and I don't want any of the information on our cover page to be on the table of content. But let me first scroll down a bit. Of course, I want the acknowledgement to be on the table of content, education, and the rest of this document. One thing that disturbs people a lot is, what should we actually put on these specific heading styles? We have this heading, there's heading 2, and we shall have even more headings here. Now when you come to our document, let me even start from here. We have this one, chapter 1, and chapter 1 is about Excel. Whatever you're going to put on heading 1 should be something that you want to be on level 1. Under level 1, like for example under Excel, when I'm to scroll down a little bit, you can see we have Excel Basics. Now this Excel Basics is actually like a topic which is under Excel. That's why from here you're seeing it is now 1.1. Now this Excel Basics will now be on level 2. Level 1 is Excel, then level 2 is Excel Basics. Now when you scroll down a little bit, you will also see Excel Ribbon. Now Excel Ribbon is actually a topic which is under Excel Basics. So level 1 is Excel. Under Excel, you go to level 2, which is Excel Basics. Then under Excel Basics, there's Excel Ribbon, which is now on level 3. So that's how you keep going on with the levels. Now whatever is in level 1, you put it in heading 1. For some people, it's just heading, like for mine here. Then whatever is in level 2, you put it on heading 2. Then when you go to level 3, you put it on heading 3. Just like that. I'm going to start putting mine from acknowledgement. Now when I highlight acknowledgement, then I'm going to put it on heading 1 or just heading for my case. When I click on it, you can see the font color has actually changed, and even the font type. The font color and the font type is changed depending on the formatting of the heading that you have chosen. This might look great if you're not going to print your document, but when you're going to print your document and you're not going to print it colored, If you're having any other color apart from the black color like this one or the automatic color, it will not come out very well. So most of the documents are always printed black and white, not colored. That's why before you even start putting things on your styles, you need to first go and modify the styles so that it gets a black color and also the font type of your document. This is part of the document. You can see the document is having Calibri body font type. But when you select this one, which has already been put on heading 1, it's having this font type, which is different from this one. So you need to first make sure you modify your styles or your heading to match the formatting of your document before you start putting things there. I'm first going to Control Z to undo what I've already done. So I'm going to come to heading here, or heading 1 for some people. If you hover over to it, it's heading 1, as you can see. I'm going to right click on it, then come to modify. Now when I come to modify, there's actually nothing much I'm going to do here. You can just see from the preview here, you can do all sorts of things. But all I'm going to do, I'm first going to change the font type to match the font type of our document. So it's Calibri body. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to leave the font size as 20. Then what is most important is this one, the font color. When I click on it, I can put it on automatic, or I'm going to put it as black text one, this one here. I'm going to click on it, and that's all I want. This is the preview, and I'm going to click OK. Now when I do that, you can even see from here, the heading 1 is now changed to this. I'm also going to do the same for heading 2. Right click, modify, because heading 2 I'm also going to be putting things on it. Under formatting, font type, Calibri body, then the font color, I'm going to select this. Then you click OK. Now after doing that, I'm now going to start putting what I'm supposed to put on heading 1 and what I'm supposed to put on heading 2 on heading 2. So I'm going to start with acknowledgement, heading 1. Scroll down, dedication, heading 1. Scroll down. When we start with chapter, I want my chapters also to be on the table of content. So I'm going to put chapter on heading 1. Then Excel also on heading 1. Now when I scroll down a little bit, this is now level 2 because it's under Excel. So I'm going to put it on heading 2. Now immediately I select heading 2. When you click here, you will realize that it has added for me one more heading, that is heading 3. So I'm going to also right click before I put anything on it. Come to modify. Calibri body is okay. I'm simply going to come here, put it to black theme, click OK. Now I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Now this one is now level 3. Now I'm going to click here, come to heading 3. You get the point how it's done. This one also, heading 3. Now this one is again pivot table. So this one is going to be on our level 2. Power query, level 2. Different topic. Then you move on like that. This is now chapter 2. So I'm going to put this one on heading 1. Microsoft Word, heading 1. Word basics. I'm going to put it on level 2. Now just like that, that's how it's done. So I'm going to pause the video and put everything I want to put on heading 1, 2, 3. Then we continue from there. Now I've put everything I want to put on the table of content. Now I'm going to come to conclusion. I'm going to put it also on heading 1. Then appendix also on heading 1. Now after putting everything you want to be displayed on the table of content on your styles or the headers, you now need to first of all go to where you want the table of content to appear, because the table of content will appear where your cursor is. For my case, I want it just to appear before chapter 1. So I'm going to insert a page break so that my table of content appears in an empty page. With my cursor here, I'm going to go to insert, page break, or use the keyboard shortcut, Control Enter. And that one will automatically insert for me a page. As you can see, this page below here is empty. So when I go to references, under the table of contents group, I click on table of content. So I'm simply going to click on automatic table 1. When you click on it, you can see it automatically creates for me a table of content. Each and everything that we have put on our headers or on our styles is appearing here on this table of content. Now I want you to realize something. I've actually inserted this table of content before even inserting the page numbers. As you can see, all my document is not having page numbers. The table of content is actually able to know that this is on page 2, this is on page 3, just like that, even if you don't have the page numbers inserted. Now last video we learned how we can insert page numbers on our Word document. I'm actually not going to show you that one now, but I'm going to insert page numbers on this document and we see what will happen after I insert the page numbers. Now I've gone ahead to insert page numbers on this Word document. As you can see, from page 1 up to the page where the table of content is sitting, that is page 4, I've inserted it in Roman numerals. But now starting from where chapter 1 is, I've actually inserted it in number, and it's starting from number 1. This is now page 1, and moving on up to the last page. Now let's see how you can actually update your table of content after doing some edit. Now there are 3 ways you can actually update your table of content. You can first of all come to the table of content. When you right click, you come to update field. When you click on update field, you get this update table of contents. You can update page numbers only, or you can update the entire table. If you update the entire table, the page number and maybe some words that you have actually corrected will also be updated. So that's one way how you can update the table of content. Or I'm going to first cancel that. When you click on the table of content, on top here there's also update table of content. When you click on it, you can see you get the same options here. I'm going to close it. If you go to the reference tab, there's also update table of content. When you click on it, you get the same options. Now, for our case, we have already inserted page numbers. That means this page numbers is now not correct. Now, the table of content is a field. Whenever a Word document creates a field in your document, it will not always automatically update. You need to keep on updating it in case you make any changes. For the first time, I'm going to first update page numbers only. When I click OK, you can see our page numbers is now updated. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Instead of Excel, I'm going to change this one to Microsoft Excel. You can see 1.1 under chapter 1 is still Excel, not Microsoft Excel. But when I right click, come to update field, I'm going to click update entire table. Now watch what happens to this when I click OK. You can see automatically it has grabbed Microsoft Excel now. For those people who like using keyboard shortcuts, when I come down, let me first scroll down a little bit. Now if I decide to remove this Microsoft and just make it MS Word, if you want to use a shortcut, you need to first highlight everything in your document, because if you're using a keyboard shortcut, you need to update everything at once. So I'm going to click somewhere on my document, Control A on my keyboard. Control A will highlight for me the entire document, as you can see. Let me scroll back to where the table of content is. And then the keyboard shortcut to update everything is F9. So when I click on F9, I get the same options as before. I want to update the entire table. Now, remember, when you come to chapter 2, we have changed this Microsoft Word to MS Word. Let's see what happens when I click OK. Boom. You can now see it's now MS Word. I'm now going to show you the power of inserting table of contents in a Word document. When you come back to the reference tab again, you click on table of contents. You come down to custom table of content. When you click on custom table of contents, it opens for you the table of contents dialog box. This is where you can do almost everything you want to do about the table of contents. First of all, this is the print preview. If, for example, you don't want to show the page numbers like this one here, you need to uncheck show page numbers. Like, for example, let's just demonstrate that. Unchecked it, and when I click OK, it will ask me to replace this table of content. I'm going to click yes. It's no longer showing me the page numbers, as you can see. Let me first go back to the table of contents, custom table of contents, and then I'm going to show page numbers again. Right align page numbers is also checked. That's why our page number is actually aligned to the right. Actually, let me first click OK. Then replace this. You can see we are back to where we were before. Now let me go back to table of contents, custom table of contents. The tab leader is this dash 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 you are seeing here. What leads you to the page numbers. So when you click on the tab leader, you have all these options here. Now if I check on this one, you can see from the print preview, that one is actually a solid line, not the dash 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 now. Now if you don't want to show all the 3 levels or all the levels you have on your document, you can come and remove those other levels you don't want from here. If I put this down to 2 levels, you can see from the web preview here, we are now having only heading 1 and heading 2. And when I change this to show 1 level, you can see we are having only heading 1, but I always want it to have 3 levels like this. Let me first select this and back to the solid line. When you're done selecting everything and doing your modifications, you simply need to click OK. Again, it will ask me to replace this table of content. Yes, I'm going to click OK. And then, boom, I'm going to show you a cool trick where you can simply jump directly to any page you want just from the table of content. I want to go up to where there is Microsoft PowerPoint. This is now in chapter 3. Now when you come to the table of content like this one, when you click Control, you can see the cursor is now changed to the hand. Let me first remove the control. If you still don't have Control L down, you have this kind of I-beam. But when you go to where you want the table of content to take you, immediately you hold Control, the cursor change to a hand. You simply need to click once, left click, not right click. You simply need to hold down Control, then you left click once. It will automatically take you to that point, chapter 3, Microsoft PowerPoint. So that's how easy it is for you to navigate through your document when you have a table of content created. Yeah, that is it about inserting table of contents in your Word document. Do you remember the rule of thumbs? 12 pages and above, insert a table of content in that report or document. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you found this video interesting, give it a like, then you share it with your friends. This is a video where we talked about different techniques how you can insert page numbers in your Word document. You can click on it, then you go and watch it. Until next video, HM&S video number 35, then we meet again. Thank you.